Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for your fearless leader.
You got it, dude.
Let's go!
All right. And here we go.
Welcome back to the Here We Go podcast. I am Trent Gang. Got Colin Phillips back with me today. Colin, how we doing?
Hey, not too bad, man. Not too bad at all. Couple frustrating losses in a row, but I can't wait to talk about it.
Absolutely. Well, I want to get into some injury stuff first before we really start digging into the game stuff. So first thing, sounds like McQually's done for the year. His interior depth been a pretty decent run defender so far this year. So it looks like we're going to see a lot more of Y.A. Black moving forward. Isaac Seumalo might play against the Colts. This looked like and sounded like something was going to be a little bit more serious when reporting first came out. People talking about possible torn pec. Doesn't sound like that's going to be the case if they're considering him a possibility to play. I don't know what your thoughts are on Seumalo, but so far it seems like he's been getting better as the year went on. What do you think about Isaac?
Yeah, I think Isaac's been fine all year. I don't know. I mean, just from a
Oh, and we lost Colin. All right, so I'll get back to Isaac here in a minute. So Elliott, at first, sounded like he was done for the year. Then it sounds like it might be week to week. It appears now that he's going on IR with the trade to pick up Kyle Duggar. Duggar in basically just a pick swap. I mean, we send a 6th-round pick over to the Patriots. We get the make Smith join. We get a 7th-round pick in exchange. So I think that's probably going to be. Yeah, Smitty, you're right. He bailed on me already. So yeah, we get a pick swap. Basically, Duggar comes in. He's going to be much needed safety depth. It's going to be interesting to see how they kind of play some things out between him jumping into the fold and maybe kind of moving forward. So, Colin, Smitty's already said,
dude.
Phillipsburg is here. Never mind. Guess he's not.
Dude, yeah, sorry about that. Dude, I've been having major connection issues here for the last couple of days. That's totally my bad.
That's all right.
But I mean, yeah, I was pretty much just saying that Seumalo's pretty much been our most consistent lineman this year. Frazier's kind of had a little bit of that like inevitable sophomore slump per se. So yeah, I mean, we'll certainly probably get into the offensive line and everything like that. So
yeah, Smitty has been on here before a few times. Smitty's always welcome back. He knows that. So anytime you want to come back on, Smitty, you let us know, buddy. I did bring up the Elliott thing. So it sounded like he was done for the season at first in the initial reporting. Then he was like week to week. Now he's going on IR with the trade with Kyle Duggar. How do you feel about the Kyle Duggar trade?
I mean, I don't know what he's necessarily going to bring to the table. Maybe like a tackling hybrid safety. I mean, I know he had like first good couple years in New England. I really have no idea what he's necessarily going to bring to the table. But hey, I mean, we could use all the DB help we can get right now. It does kind of suck because I kind of sit there and I think like we are a little bit shit out of luck. Because right, he's just kind of a band-aid. I'm with that. We're kind of shit out of luck because right now it's a brutal time to need a corner. There's really nobody who you could like necessarily pick up. I mean, I guess we could take a swing on Asante Samuel Jr., but that's probably just going to be a swing and miss due to he hasn't been very healthy and he's frankly not that great. So I mean, we just have to find a way schematically to work with what we got for right now. But yeah, I agree. Band-Aid is fine. I agree he's better than Clark. I would expect to probably see some more I would expect to see probably some more Jabril Peppers snaps on defense, but who knows?
Yeah, Peppers, honestly, the whole Chuck Clark thing has been very confusing to me because I feel like that dude has been playing like complete shit for weeks. And I actually was going to be like, just trying to figure out like what PFF grading was because I know there's still people in the fan base who like the PFF grading. PFS had his at like a 70.8. And I don't think he is like that much worse than what we've seen from Juan Thornhill. And Juan Thornhill is like a 39. And that's been the most confusing thing to me. Is just I felt like Juan Thornhill has been terrible. Chuck Clark has been terrible, but yet they're rated so much differently. So I don't know. There you go. Try everything, can't hurt. I mean, at this point in the secondary, you're not wrong. The secondary is god awful. I don't know, man. I mean, both safeties, Thornhill and Chuck Clark, have been just so bad that it's just almost impossible to say anybody should. I mean, there's nobody who shouldn't get a chance to safety at this point. Like anybody who's capable, play Peppers more. See what he's got in the free safety role. See what he's got in the strong. I don't care. I mean, we've got to make changes because it's pretty atrocious right now between the two of them.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I had said, I'd said a little bit after Cincy's game, but Cincy was kind of like felt like more of a scheduled loss for me. But I had said it, especially after this game. The two biggest problems on this team right now are the inability to tackle, and it's kind of everywhere, but definitely more than anything, the inability to tackle in the secondary, and really just the effort. I mean, even the effort, like Darius Slay doesn't look like he wants to be out there and play tackle football. Thornhill's had effort issues for his whole career. I know multiple Cleveland fans who have sat there and said, hey, I've seen it. You knew what you were getting. And then, I mean, Chuck Clark, he's just not even close to the same player, brother. I mean, what are we doing? We have like a safety room, and is there anybody in our entire safety room that's under 20, 28, 29?
No. Nope.
How old's Peppers? 30 something?
I think Peppers is, if he's not 30, he's got to be right there. And I think he's going to be 30, maybe turning 31 next year. Yeah, this safety room looks like a big problem. Colin keeps getting cut out, guys, by his internet connection issues. I apologize for that. I'll keep kind of covering some sound as we go through this. But yeah, I completely agree, Colin. I think the safety rooms, it's just a problem. I mean, the age is a problem. The speed is a problem. Like the coverage is a problem. The tackling is a problem. And you just lost the guy who's your most solid tackler. So let's get to this. What about the MVS signing? How did you feel about that? And does it prevent us from possibly going after a wide receiver?
I mean, I didn't think we necessarily need a receiver in the first place. I think, well, before the season, I certainly didn't think so, but now it's even more clear that right now, again, I mean, and again, we're totally shit out of luck with it, but our biggest thing is getting another corner. We need a corner who can actually tackle. I think, Trent, there's so many deep-rooted issues right now. I mean, schematically, we've run a JV defense for a while now, but I mean, I guess it's pretty clear that like Minka was kind of the glue, almost. I mean, we have to consider that as a possibility that Minka was the glue, because we've run a JV defense for forever, and this year it's really coming up, especially in our DB unit. With, again, like Trent, nobody wants to tackle. Nobody gives any effort. We're getting absolutely crushed with yards after the catch. Frankly, we're getting crushed in man coverage. I don't even know what to do, because that's the thing. I'm not necessarily as much of an X's and O's guy. We need to get an X's and O's guy to come on and just sit there and just tell us like what the fuck we do from here. I mean, I even tried to listen to Derek Bell numerous times this season, and he's like, dude, at this point, we're just dead. We're just dead, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a solution. I really don't.
So one last thing before we start getting into the game that I wanted to talk about. I don't know if you heard the Tomlin press conference. I know you said you don't really listen to those, but how in the flying fuck does he possibly come up with a way to blame the goddamn offense for that game Sunday night? I mean, the whole question started around them talking about Cam Hayward's comments about, the team not really dealing with adversity very well. And somehow Mike Tomlin turned that into, oh, yeah, there was a couple of third downs there in the second half that, we just didn't handle really well. The offense didn't handle really well. And I'm like, how the fly fuck of all of the problems do you come up with the offense that did score 25 points, just for the record, was the biggest fucking issue? Did you have a take on that at all? Because that blew my fucking mind.
Well, I guess I will say, like, with the offense, I mean, the 3 and out to start the second half really sucked, and then they went down and scored, and then we had another 3 and out. Like, that sucks. That really sucks. And I do blame a little bit of the play calling. Like, I don't know why we just decided to stop running the ball in the second half. That was very grotesque to me. It's just that, like, we had such a super high success rate running the ball in the first half, and then, like, we had maybe 2 carries the entire second half. Like, we didn't run the ball at all. Like, that was very grotesque to me. And again, it's really one of those things, like, Rodgers, he just doesn't have it. He can't handle the blitz like he used to. He just doesn't have it, Trent.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just, the offensive play calling to me was atrocious in the second half. I mean, you tried to get into a shootout with a team that is far better prepared to be in a shootout situation than we are. I mean, we should have continued to run the football and try to control the game and control the clock and kept their offense off the field. Instead, we just throw the ball every single time in the second half, and it just derailed the entire offense. It derailed the entire game. You're putting a defense that can't figure out what they're doing back on the field more and more and more. Steelers tackling is better than Colin's Wi-Fi as of today. It definitely looks like that could be the case. But I mean, the offense is not the problem. The players were executing a lot of what they were being asked to execute on. I think the biggest issue for me was just that we're really not getting in a situation where, yes, you have a comment on here. I don't know if you noticed this, Colin, but Steelers tackling is better than your Wi-Fi currently.
Dude, it is. No, I do apologize to the audience and you, Trent, dude. Like, it's been so bad for like the past 4 days. I don't know what's going on. It's been horrible. I just want you to bear with me.
That's cool.
But I'll just let you take over.
Yeah, I was just kind of saying, like, I felt like the play calling was the biggest issue with the offense. It had nothing to do with the offense themselves. We completely got out of our game plan and tried to get it into a shootout with a team that we had no business being in a shootout with. I mean, of course, Jordan Love is going to outthrow Aaron Rodgers in every opportunity. Romeo Doubs and Matthew Golden are going to be more effective in the pass game, theoretically, than DK Metcalf and Calvin Austin. I mean, they're going to double, they're going to have the singles, one of the safeties over top of DK every play. And we just don't have the receiving core to beat anybody on the backside. And honestly, Tucker Kraft really just fucking ran around wide open everywhere he went and just ate all game long. It was disgusting how the game plan was. But the offense not running the football, I mean, they found so much success. That was the first game I can remember all year where we averaged 5.3 a carry. And then we quit doing it. Like, what are you doing? And you had the lead. That to me that's crazy. The Wi-Fi comments are hilarious, actually. I don't know. Yeah, Kraft. Honestly, Kraft ran wherever he wanted, and he still just got the ball. I mean, he ran a very similar play to what I showed. I don't know if you guys follow the Steelers Sanctuary podcast. We started doing a war room on Fridays where I kind of get some film and break down some film. I showed a play very similar to, I think, 5 of Tucker Kraft's catches that just were catch and run opportunities. And I said to watch out for it. I'm not an expert on this shit. So if I can figure this out, I don't understand why the Steelers defense can't figure it out. It's actually pretty much embarrassing. I don't know. So I mean, I'll say this: there wasn't a lot of good. I'm going to get into the game breakdown, and hopefully, Colin can help get his Wi-Fi working a little bit better. But the run game was working. If we want to talk about a good in this game, I think one of the goods in this game that we can actually look at and say this was a positive, the run game was an absolute positive. I think that was one thing you have to take away from this. Aaron Rodgers, I thought, played well. He had some happy feet. I think he had a little bit of happy feet and he tried to get rid of the ball a little too quickly. But any positives you had to take away from this game, Colin?
I mean, we ran the ball well in the first half. I think our tackles both played well. I thought Broderick Jones and Troy Fautanu both played well. I mean, Peyton Wilson finally had a really good game. It had
Great
been
game
all year. Yeah, he played really well. And then I mean, yeah, again, our tackles I thought played really. I thought our offense actually probably had their most complete game. Maybe.
I agree. I agree. Yeah.
Our tackles certainly had their most complete game. I mean, I don't have any other positives. Boswell.
Yeah,
Boswell.
Yeah, Boz is always going to be on the positives list. It's hard to bet against that guy. I don't know. I agree with the offensive line part. Mason McCormick had issues with Micah Parsons. That was beyond a mismatch. But I felt like
he had a rough game.
Yeah, he did. Broderick Jones, I thought Broderick Jones played really fucking well. And I saw it. I think he got. Did you see his PFF grade by chance? I know you posted like a through week 9 or through week 8 grades.
Yeah, I was posted through just to kind of give like weekly updates, but I'm pretty sure I think I vividly remember his pass blocking grade was 80.2.
Yeah. And he faced Micah quite a bit.
And
Fautanu saw his share of both Gary and Micah. I thought, I mean, that's a good pass rush duo by the Packers. And if those two guys held up, that's a real positive sign to take away moving forward with this offense. And maybe it starts to give Aaron Rodgers a little bit of confidence to stand in the pocket a little longer instead of dumping the ball off a little bit more like he's been doing. Maybe he'll hold and try to give some receivers a little bit of time to work downfield. But I think there's a lot of bad to take away from this game. So I'm gonna let you start. You seem to have your connection going for a minute. Let's let you start with the bad. What do you think about the bad from this game? And right on cue. As soon as I throw it to him. I think the obvious is the defense was bad. The entire defense was bad. Peyton Wilson, I thought, had a pretty good game. I think Cam Hayward probably didn't get enough recognition for the game that he had. He had a pretty good game. He was really, really stout, really solid. He was a good reason why Jacobs didn't get going, to be perfectly honest with you. But, man, the secondary, Patrick Queen was terrible. Oh, my God, Patrick Queen's been terrible. I've been hyping Patrick Queen up all season thinking he's been at times, he's looked like an all-pro. But, man, he was bad in this one. He and Peyton Wilson had communication issues, but Peyton Wilson was all over the place. I thought he had a great game. Darius Slay. Adam, I agree with this. Darius Slay needs to be off the field. And I honestly, for the effort he gave in this game, I think Darius Slay needs to be cut, released, whatever they want to do. He just needs to be no longer a part of the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. He's so bad. His effort is so bad. I'm sure by now everybody watching this has seen some of the clips online. The Savion Williams touchdown was just a complete and total embarrassment. And I don't know what you're going to do about that aside from just saying Slay doesn't care. He just doesn't care at this point. He's not interested in tackling. He's not interested in covering guys. he is perfectly fine playing 10 yards off, watching a guy run an 8-yard route for an easy pitch and catch every single time. I think he's unplayable at this point. I'm personally completely out on him now. I don't want to see Slay. I would rather run with Eccles. At least you're going to get effort out of that kid. And this, I know Dave's been on this bandwagon. I thought Slay would be fine as a corner this year. I was wrong. I was flat wrong. He's so bad, and you're right, Sid. He is coming for a paycheck, and that is about it. I just don't agree with what he's doing. This is a mess. Slay's killing me too. It's just a mess. He has no business being on the field at this point. He has no business being in the building. He doesn't deserve to wear the jersey at all. And the run defense was not bad. They held him under control. I just think that we've got some real issues on that secondary side. And I want to see this team run more press. I really do. JPJ is not good in zone. He's so bad in zone. It's not his strength. I would rather this kid take penalties playing press man coverage all day than taking penalties running in a damn zone, because he's going to take penalties almost every time the ball's thrown at him, let's be honest. Ramsey can still run press man well enough, but the problem is we're continuously letting tight ends slip out into the flat, running backs slip out into the flat, slants getting behind these guys. We've got to learn to play press man all the way across the board, start throwing some timing off. And even if they get beat, it's better than what we're doing right now. We're just giving easy pitch and catches to guys. I mean, Joe Flacco, he's not the Joe Flacco of Baltimore, and he was never a great quarterback to begin with. He's just solid. I mean, he's just solid. If you're running zone and you keep playing this soft zone coverage that we keep playing, you're doing this bend but don't break thing. But the problem is we're breaking every goddamn time. The defense is giving up touchdowns. They're not holding anyone to a field goal at this point. So, I don't know what the bend but don't break philosophy is going to do any better than just saying, you know what? Let's press man and let's try to at least give the pass rush a chance to get there. Letting them go with, I think it's been 2.5 seconds combined. It's unacceptable. There's no pass rush in the world that's going to get there in 2.5 seconds. So, Colin, I'm talking about just in general pass rush coverage. What's your thoughts on press man? Even if you feel like you don't have the guys to run press man, would you still try it as opposed to playing this soft zone that we're doing right now?
No. I'm so fucking sick of this off man, cover 1, cover 3, fucking queer shit. I'm so sick of it. We've been doing it for years and it just doesn't work. So, yeah, dude, we're seriously sitting there. We're sitting there and running cover 1 against the fucking Bengals. Really? Really? I got nothing. I mean, if Tomlin isn't dead by 2030, we're gonna have to figure something out. I got my Jordan Love jersey in the closet right now, son. I got my Jordan Love jersey in the closet right now. I just don't know what to do at this point because it's obviously his system. It has been for years since Dick LeBeau. It doesn't get any better, and we're just going to spend $1 trillion a year on the defense to get really good, high-caliber players that are 31 years old each, and nothing's going to get better. It's all schematics at this point. Again, I was saying it on Twitter, or not Twitter. I was texting a couple of my buddies during the game. We don't run any stunts. We don't run any twists. We don't do any disguises. We don't disguise coverage. We don't even switch up coverages. We don't even switch up alignment for the most part. All we know how to do is, hey, you're in base one play, you're in nickel the next, and that's all that they know how to do. It can't stay the same. It can't stay like this, and it's going to be the same with Mike Tomlin. We're going to have spend $1 billion on the defense. Nothing schematically is going to change. And again, my Jordan Love jersey's in the closet. It's waiting for me, brother. Like, I've been telling y'all for 2 fucking years, guys. Everybody listening, I've been telling y'all for 2 years. This Jordan Love kid is fucking real. And he was 100% going to tear us up to begin with. And he tore us up worse than I thought he was going to. But it didn't come as a shocker to me. I just think that we're running the same systems, and frankly, it's the same type of players. We've had this issue for a long time, Trent, where it's like we have a lot of effort police, call outs.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to tackle for a decade. I don't know why we are so even like the highlights of the team, like in the 2010s, like the Shaziers. Like Shazier was always a shitty tackler. I mean, his tackling mechanics got him killed. Right, his tackling mechanics ended his career. That's why he will always be one of my most hated players ever, because he always did this thing where he'd lead his head right into somebody's gut, and it finally bit him in the ass, and it totally ruined the season. But it's always.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it seems like just a complete recycling of the same old garbage that we've been dealing with for far too long under the Mike Tomlin era. I just don't know what else you could possibly imagine that's going to happen through this. I don't know. I mean, I personally, I think that I think you have to try. You have to at least try to change something up and try to force the quarterbacks to hold the ball a little bit longer. If that means you have to sell out to defend the pass and possibly give up some run game, right now you've got 2 weeks where quarterbacks have gone well over 350 yards passing against you. You can't just keep doing what we're doing and expecting a different result. It's just not going to happen. The safeties are bad. There's no doubt about that. But my problem, I think, is schematically we keep trying to run Chuck Clark and Deshaun Elliott against these tight ends, and they're not covering them. Peyton Wilson is a better option at this point to try to run with these guys and let the safeties play 2 deep safety over the top and still run the press man on the front side. At least give yourselves an opportunity to start something. And then coming out of that 2 deep look, you can start to rotate one of the safeties in toward the middle of the field where Peyton Wilson's not going to be at anymore. Like, you just have to try to do something different to get the quarterbacks to hold the ball. If you don't do that, then all of this money we have invested into Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith, TJ Watt, it doesn't matter. The win rate of Nick Herbig, who is probably right now one of the most effective pass rushers in the NFL, it doesn't matter. If you can't hold a quarterback to at least 2.7 seconds, the ball's out before you guys can get there. It's just nothing you can do. And the offensive line, let's be honest, the Packers tackles were not very good. They just didn't have to block very long in this game. And that's the biggest issue. And I agree with this too. I mean, secondary with the level of effort is embarrassing. And I think a lot of this comes back to Slay. I honestly do. Slay has just been atrocious in this thing. And for a long time, a long time, I think that I've defended Mike Tomlin probably a little longer than I should have. And 2 years ago, I started to get on the bandwagon to fire Mike Tomlin. I don't think it's a question anymore. It's the same answers. It's the same questions. It's the same problems. Everything comes back to one guy. I'm sorry, but this is Mike Tomlin's football team. He has full control over literally everything. The GM bends to his will. The ownership group bends to his will. The offensive and defensive coordinators are handpicked by this guy. And none of these guys ever go on to coach anywhere else beyond Pittsburgh again. Arthur Smith will. There's no doubt about that. The guy's been a head coach in the NFL. He's going to get another chance somewhere, wherever he wants to go for an opening. I mean, he won't have exactly his pick of the litter, but he will get opportunities in the future. Terrell Austin is not going to coach anywhere again. Nobody's going to look at this defense and say, this guy's a good defensive coordinator. He's never getting a chance again. And to be honest with you, I feel like most of this same stuff, because we run the same concepts on offense, the same concepts on defense, it all comes back to Mike Tomlin. He is a micromanager as a head coach. I just don't understand why we have given him full and total control of the entire organization at this point. He handpicks the players. He gets most of what he wants in the draft. Let's be honest. So everything about this entire situation goes back to one guy, because one guy has so much power and control over it that it's all about him. There's no doubt that this all comes back to Mike Tomlin. If you look at what Dan Campbell has done with the Lions, that organization was in absolute shambles. Shambles. They were a winless football team just before he took over the organization. They tried for years to do what they could do, and nothing was working. Nothing was working. Dan Campbell comes along, and he does exactly what a head coach in the NFL should do. He finds the right people to help his organization, and he runs it as a CEO. You are not the owner of the organization, but you sure as shit can run it as a CEO and let coordinators come in and do what coordinators are supposed to do. Let them coordinate the offense. Let them coordinate the defense. You should not be doing all of this influence on both sides of the ball, which is what Mike Tomlin does every time. Because if you look at all of the different people who's rolled in and out of this building, number one, there are not any coordinators lining up to come to Pittsburgh. They all know the deal. They know this is the Mike Tomlin show. They know that if I'm a West Coast offense type of guy, I'm not running the West Coast offense in Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin doesn't want that. So for all of us in the fan base, it's like, hey, let's go get a young guy who's innovative. Somebody from the Shanahan tree, somebody from the McVay tree. Those dudes have no interest in interviewing here. Totally agree. They're not coming here. Totally agree with this. It's ego. I think the organization, Bob has said this before, I didn't want to believe it. I do believe it. They're letting him try to get past Chuck Nolan and be the winningest coach here. It's insanity, though, because we're running 500 seasons every year to get him there. Meanwhile, Dan Quinn has gone to the Super Bowl, been fired, a DC head coach wins the playoff game before Mike Tomlin. This is literal insanity that we're trying to deal with. And a lot of the issues just continue to come back to one guy, and we refuse to fix it. So what can we possibly fix at this point? I think the only thing you can fix at this point is, number one, you fire Mike Tomlin. I don't care if it's midseason, after the season, Tomlin needs to go. The messaging is stale. The team is not playing hard. The defense is completely giving up in the middle of games. They are frustrated by the schematics. You can tell. I think a lot of people are saying that they can't play certain things. I just think they know that they're being set up for failure. They're not trying. I think that you have to find a way to start running more press coverage. You just have to. There's no doubt about that. As a defense, you have to sell out in press coverage and hope you slow guys down enough to where the pass rush can get there, because that's our only chance. And turnovers. If we do not get turnovers, we don't win games. I mean, we've squeaked by a couple where we've won, but I mean, it's just that the offense is outscoring the other offense. It's not because the defense is really doing anything. So we've got to find ways to create more turnovers. I thought with all these versatile pieces we were bringing in, we bring in a Jabril Peppers. Chuck Clark has played both safety positions. Juan Thornhill's more of a true free safety. He's not a very good true free safety. You got Jalen Ramsey who can play a little bit of everywhere. Slay has played, in multiple different schematics. I'm like, okay, they're going to try to run different schemes, and there's no way. There's no way. This defense is just uninterested. They do not care. We're running basically hope we hold to field goals, but we can't even do that because they're busting huge game after huge game. I mean, our big play rate on defense is getting atrocious. And we're the highest paid defense in the NFL, ranked 30th or close to 30th in most categories at this point. EPA, I mean, you look at it across the board, we're terrible. We are just so bad. I don't even know if the first read even matters, Adam. I'll be honest with you, because all they're doing is checking it down. If you got an 8-yard out or an 8-yard slant coming to a guy, we're not guarding it. It doesn't matter. Tucker Kraft, if you go back and watch the game on the All-22, Kraft was not doing anything special. He was just wide open. And as soon as Matt LaFleur kind of figured out the defensive game plan, he got in the second half, it was lights out. I knew that game was over within about the first 3 minutes of the second half because he got in his zone and he knew it was over.
We're going to try this one more time, fellas.
Are you back for round? Are you back for the last final round?
We're going to try one more time. Downstairs, the TV started working again, so we'll see. We'll see. So,
all right.
I probably missed a lot. Just tell me what to talk about, and I'll do it.
How about this? Anything that you want to say about that game from last night, aside from maybe something I've said? Just go ahead and say anything you want to bring up about this game. Or Sunday night, I guess I should say.
Okay. Well, what have I said that is... what I will say, actually, is... I know this isn't Steelers related, but I do love talking about the whole NFL, and I do want to say just in general that I hope more people other than Trent and myself are football fans first and foremost. And as a football fan first and foremost, I will say you're looking at the future of the NFL, number 10 in Green Bay. Okay. I know Trent's wife's a Packers fan and everything like that. And I am a Packers fan as well. Number 10 in Green Bay is the future of the NFL. Okay. And that team is fucking awesome. Now, I don't think Trent and I talked much before the game, so I'll kind of preface this to the rest of the people watching. But I knew going in we were going to get beat. Now, did I think we were going to get kind of dominated like that? No. But we were going to get beat because we just played a really good team and a really fucking good quarterback. I mean, truly, like we're talking about a really good team and a really good fucking quarterback. I will say that, if anything, we do need to beat one of Indy or LA. We don't have a choice. The season's over if we don't win one of those games, in my opinion. Trent, I don't know what you think, but in my opinion, if we don't win one of those two games, the season is just absolutely shot. But I just think we got outclassed by a team that's much better than we are. And really, we've all been thinking it's just another classic Tomlin getting outcoached by a coach that's better than he is. I mean, add Matt LaFleur to the list, guys. Add Matt LaFleur. So we already have like the known obvious 7-8 coaches. Well, you can add Matt LaFleur. And soon enough, you can add Mike Vrabel right back into that list because that Patriots team is fucking good and they don't have nearly as many good players as we do. So, I mean, that's really all I have to say about the game on Sunday night is that played a really good team. And that quarterback is really fucking good. So,
yeah. I asked some people to throw some questions in the chat we were going to address at the end of the show, but since you've been having some issues, let's talk about this one first.
Yeah, sorry again, guys.
So what's the move to replace Isaac? Move Spencer Anderson inside? Abandon the big packages work so well. Do they play Pete at guard? Keep Anderson in the big package? What do you think about that?
I mean, I would imagine Spencer Anderson takes over. I think he's been fine as a 6 offensive lineman, especially from a pass perspective. He's not a great run blocker, but this offensive line really isn't built to run block anyway. I think Andrews Pete will probably be the 6 offensive lineman. Trent, you?
I thought about Calvin Anderson.
Okay.
Possibly being that guy. He's already a tackle. He's a swing tackle with that, so he can play both sides. Pete has played both inside and outside throughout his career. He's a better guard. But I think Calvin Anderson, we saw him play a little bit last year, and he was okay. He had one really bad rep, but I mean, he was okay for the most part in the time we've seen him. So I don't think they abandoned that package. If they can find a way to make it work, if Isaac does not play Sunday, which I'm not sure that Isaac is definitely out from anything I've seen so far, but if he can't go, Spencer Anderson, number one, should start because I think he's played pretty well.
He's earned it.
In what we've seen him. And to me, I think it's going to be Calvin Anderson that ends up being the big package guy. Just based on he's been with the team longer, he's been in the system longer. He's got some experience playing. He started one game and then came in one game of relief, I think, last year.
He played like 1.5 games.
Yeah. So that's where I would think they're going to go with it. So we'll see.
Well, the good news is Trent, PFF did load. So I think we are back on track with it. PFF originally when I was before all the debacle went on, I wasn't able to load PFF or any like RBSDM or anything like that, but it's actually loading and it's working fast. So let's cross fingers here. I know you'd asked about our squad. So Broderick Jones had a 72.2 grade, easily the highest grade he's had the last 2 seasons. And I was wrong. It was an 80.5 pass blocking grade. Now, I wanted to shout out my brother, Troy Fautanu. 80.0 offensive grade. He had the highest offensive grade on the roster. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, against the team that has Micah Parsons, Lucas Van Ness, and Rashawn Gary. The highest grade, and a very good linebacker unit, the highest graded offensive player is my guy, Troy Fautanu. 80.0 offensive grade, 86.7 run blocking grade, and 69.7 pass blocking grade. If we can get that, my friend, we are signing a new 4-year, $100 million deal to a new offensive tackle next year. So, I mean,
he's finally put together what we've been waiting for since he got drafted. You and I have both been very high on him since day one.
Yeah, for sure. You and I were both 2 of the catalysts of Steelers FC that said, hey, this Fautanu kid's a beast. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I was super happy with it. He's probably other than DK, my favorite player on this offense right now, maybe Frazier and Rodgers, but regardless. Great game from Fautanu. I only watched the first half. I going to be honest with you guys. From a fan base perspective, I had no business watching that second half on film. I didn't even consider it. I saw that little halftime score bug that the All-22 does, and I said, okay, have a good day.
I suffered through the whole thing, dude.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's good for you. You're a saint. I did not. I didn't, because I watch the Packers film every week because of Jordan Love, and I totally switched perspective. I watched the Packers All-22, but I did not watch Pittsburgh's All-22 at the second half. So, there was that. Let's see. Did you have any, when I was gone, were there anything else regarding grades or anything that you asked, or?
I didn't talk about grades too much. I just talked about some things. I kind of went on a bit of a rant with Mike Tomlin. I feel like he needs to go at this point. I've kind of felt that way a couple years.
Now?
Last year I was on that train last year.
Oh, yeah.
And I admitted when I started that after you cut out that I probably held on to this thought a little longer than I should have. But last year I was on board with firing him.
Yeah, this guy's had to go for a long time. I think realistically, he should have went down with the ship of kind of like when we signed Queen / traded Pickett / signed Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, that February, March of 2024 ballpark, it was time for Tomlin to go down with the ship at that point.
I agree.
I've been saying it since 2018. This franchise died when AB left in summer of 2019. It was June the 9th of 2019 is when AB got traded, and the franchise died with him. That was right there is when Tomlin had to go, and we ended up giving Ben a 3-year extension that should never have happened.
Yeah,
we could do a trillion of these things, Trent, but he's had to go for a long time. And like I had said, guys, it's not going to change. This has been the same team with different personnel for the last 6 years. The defense is never going to get any better than it was in 2019 because at least Keith Butler had a say so. But even then, it's just not going to get any better because it's Tomlin's defense and he runs a JV scheme. It's going to be the same defense with $1.5 billion invested in it, with a shitty coaching staff, with a shitty scheme that doesn't do any twists, stunts, disguises, change-ups in alignment, anything. So that's all I have to say about the defense.
Well, let's talk about this. Potential trades. So let's talk about this. Number one, should we even be buyers or should we be sellers at this trade deadline, knowing what we know about this team?
Trent, my sweet prince, you and I have known each other a long time. You know what I'm going to say. It's not going to happen, but you know what I'm going to say.
I agree with you. Go ahead and say it. Throw it out there.
Give me a second for TJ. Give me a third for Ramsey. Give me a seventh for Jonnu. Give me a fifth for Warren. Give me a sixth for Sayamalo. Give me a second for Tomlin. Give me a third for Queen.
If we could trade Tomlin, that'd be the biggest fleece job ever.
Give me a third for Cam Hayward. Cut Slay. Give me a third for JPJ. Give me a second for Boswell. I think that's it. Give me yeah, that's it. That's it. Guys, we have to blow it up. And again, like I said, the franchise should have been blown up in 2018, the second AB left, because we died with him. But no, it just, we have to blow it up. Because are we going to spend $1 billion more next year on the defense, Trent?
I was just going to say is you at least you have to start blowing up the defense.
You have to. You just have to. You have to. No. Are you kidding me? Kid, Buffalo would give us a second for TJ Watt right now. That team is depleted to death on defense. They would give me a second and probably a first. They give me like a second and Christian Benford for TJ Watt right now, and I would take it in a heartbeat. We have to blow it up. There's just no option. I can't do another 5-6 years of spending $1 trillion on defense. I'm going to cry when TJ Watt retires. I'm going to be upset when Cam Hayward retires. I'm going to be really upset when Highsmith doesn't get an extension. I was really upset when Minka got traded. It's going to be the same bullshit.
This is part of what we think we would like to see happen, not necessarily. He doesn't think this is going to happen, but absolutely.
No.
If it were me, if I'm looking at the defense, Peyton Wilson, Y.A. Black, Derek Harmon, I think that's my untouchables right now. And basically, if you're on a rookie contract and you're not coming up for an extension, just on defense, defense. Everybody else, it should be on the trade block for me. You want to go get TJ, go get TJ. You want Alex, you can get and Herbig. Herbig's the other one.
I would probably keep Highsmith.
I'm done with Highsmith, personally.
Well, get TJ the fuck off my team. Don't mind that. Don't mind that, guys. Don't mind that. That just eliminate it from your memory. I don't have that because number 9 is dead. He's dead. He is dead, brother. You're getting fucking.
I'll be honest with you, Shower. I don't think we're drafting a quarterback next year.
When we're at the point where Luke fucking Musgraves is sitting there and just totally sealing TJ on a duo run play, it's over. It's over. Number 90, it's over. I was really happy we signed him and gave him the extension. That's my
Me too.
guy.
Me
He
too.
is, other than AB, we're talking, I mean, what? AB, Mendenhall, DK, TJ, probably. I really like Lawrence Timmons, so maybe Timmons and TJ. That's probably my top 5 favorite players of my lifetime. I mean, TJ, that's my hero. That's my GOAT. But he's dead. He's dead. I mean, again, when you're getting sealed off by Luke fucking Musgraves on a duo run play that scores a 6-yard touchdown, you're dead. You're dead. Get a second from Buffalo for him. Get a third from Philly. Get a third from Washington. Get a second from Kansas City. Get a third from Baltimore. I don't fucking know. He's dead. You got it, but you need to keep your good pass rushers. You still have to have Highsmith and Herbig. You just have to. But yeah, I think you and I named the 5 guys that I think shouldn't be touched, but you have to blow it up. And Trent, I will say I totally disagree. I mean, the only chance we have with Tomlin as a coach on this team, because Tomlin's going till he retires. Right, he has a no trade clause. He's going till he retires. The only chance we have to even have a chance at competing ever again is we find a way to get Rodgers for one more year and have Ty Simpson learned under him. Everybody who knows me knows my opinion on Ty Simpson. He's that dude. So
I think he's the first one. I think he's the first guy going off the board. Okay.
Then Mendoza. Thank you.
Teams are going to like Mendoza first. I personally like Ty Simpson more than I like Mendoza.
I like Ty Simpson. I like Mendoza, then Ty Simpson, and then Dante Moore. But it's gonna be Mendoza and Moore because Mendoza's got that 6'6" true junior frame. He's got that freaky Trevor Lawrence type. And then Dante Moore is literally CJ Stroud but better. So teams are going to like that. Plus, he's also young. He's like a redshirt sophomore, so they're going to like that, the traits. Ty Simpson is going to be 23 and a half when he's drafted, so we have to put that in theory. He's only about 6'2". I think he's the bastard child of Bo Nix and Baker Mayfield. So I'm totally cool with that. So, you get a guy like Ty Simpson, you have a guy like Aaron Rodgers, teach him or something, whatever you want to say. And that's the only chance we have. I think a quarterback saves us, and because Tomlin's not going anywhere. No. Again, I said what I want to happen. I'm not saying what I think will happen. What I think will happen, fellas, 6 years of purgatory where we spend $1 trillion on defense. We have a bunch of 32-year-olds on defense, a super young but promising offense that we're never going to win with because Tomlin's still on the team and he has no good coordinators and our coaching staff is terrible. And our defense is worth $17 trillion that are all 36 and a half years old. TJ's going to play till he's 40, Cam Hayward till he's 46, Jalen Ramsey till he's 38. We're probably going to trade back for Minka when he's 38. JPJ is going to get a starting job in this league for another decade, even though he fucking sucks at technique and can't tackle. L'Jarius Sneed's going to be our next big-time free agent signing at corner when he's 33 and a half years old. That's just what it's going to be. So,
all right, so let's circle back to what we think is going to happen for the trade situation. So we already saw Kyle Duggar we got a safety. Whether you like him or not, you got a safety. Okay. Whether you like him or not, you got a safety in a trade. Yeah. He's kind of a bum at this point, but that's not here nor there. They got the guy that I guarantee you that's going to be their guy, a safety. Do you see a move at corner? Do you see a move at wide receiver, especially after the MVS signing?
What do we do at corner?
I don't know. I'll tell you what. I wanted McCreary. And then to see what they gave up to get McCreary, we should have been all over that fucking package. All over. I mean, it was a pick swap, 5th and 6th round picks to bring in a guy who's a clear upgrade over fucking Darius Slay. I'd have cut Slay's ass and I'd have brought McCreary in and put him right in the same fucking locker that Slay had. I mean, I'm not saying McCreary's like this all-world corner, but he's a press man corner.
Pretty good player.
That would have given you a great opportunity to upgrade this defense. That to me, I can't believe we didn't even make a goddamn phone call. I don't know if they did, but I have a feeling they didn't, just because it's fucking Tomlin and saying, "Oh no, Slay's our guy," because he defends all these guys that he's admired for years. I don't fucking care what Darius Slay has done for the Lions. I don't care what he did for the goddamn Eagles. Like, he's a fucking bum, and he's giving no effort. McCreary is a player I would have loved to have had matched up with this secondary. I don't know. I don't even know if there's another trade target out there. I know Reek Woolen keeps getting thrown out there. He's not exactly having a stellar season. He had a great rookie season, and he's gone downhill ever since. But he's another press man corner who's big and long. He's the only other guy that comes to mind that they even could attempt to go make a trade for.
He can't fucking tackle either.
No, and he's slow. Guess he fits in with the defense. And Reek Woolen, he didn't run a very good 40 at his combine, did he?
Ran a 4.36.
Did he really? Okay, maybe that's my bad then.
He's got terrible. Well, he's another guy with terrible technique that doesn't want to fucking tackle. It fits. Yeah. It fits right in, Trent. I mean,
fits perfectly. Bring him in.
You fucking kidding me, dude? Dude, trade a first for him.
Oh my god.
Trade a first for him. I mean,
I agree with this. I think the D looks very completely dejected right now. I think they're like.
I wouldn't give a second round pick for Watt, son. I'd get a second round pick for Watt in a heartbeat. Yeah, I agree. I think Austin does have to go right now. I mean, even if you want him to be because the problem is with Tomlin is, I mean, and I hate him more. There's nobody in this world, and I think you guys have been listening to me for a long time, kind of spew my opinions. There's no one in this world who hates Tomlin more than I do, brother. But these guys, unfortunately, they really love playing for him.
They do.
Really do. So I think Terrell Austin does need to be the axe. He really does. He's got to go, like yesterday. I don't know who fills in for him. I don't know why Carl Dunbar hasn't gotten the chance to be an interim defensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator. Maybe because he's old, he doesn't want to take on that kind of role. But fuck, buddy. He's the best coach we have on the roster. Easily, like not even fucking close. Maybe Danny Smith.
I think that's exactly why he's not going to get and Austin's not getting fired. I'm going to tell everybody right now, he's not getting fired. He is Tomlin's fall guy.
And he's going to take.
He's going to take all the beating.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, listen, fellas, this is a win-win for me, brother. I told y'all how damn good Jordan Love was, and y'all didn't want to listen, and now y'all know how fucking good he is. He is the MVP of the sport. He's the best quarterback in the league. Get out of my face. But with that being said,
we just fired the secondary coach too. Grady just got fired this offseason.
Yeah, we signed that secondary coach that came from like the Jets, like Darius Alexander or something like that. Oh, another thing that sucks, the two best coaches on our roster are both over 70.
Yeah.
Our special teams coordinator and defensive line coach are both over 70, so we're fucked.
Maybe that's the key. Maybe Danny Smith just needs to just chew up enough gum, throw it in the gloves of the corners, and they just start sticking to the DBs or to the receivers they're covering. Maybe that's the press man we need. The gum bolts the jersey, slows down some receivers. We just solved this. We're good.
Brother, you just added another 17 JPJ holding penalties. 17. No. 26. 26 holding penalties. Oh, Gerald.
Greg's got us. Good. Yep.
Close enough. Kenny Pickett, Kentrell Pickett, same fucking thing. They're both nobodies. Jerry Jones gives away all the team's issues. Art Rooney. He needs to die too, but and I guess the one last thing I did want to say, like, do we have to have a conversation about Omar Khan yet? It's the same swing and miss at the same position every single time. It's the same swing and miss at the same position every single fucking time. It's always a corner who doesn't give effort, who doesn't want to tackle, who's 31 fucking years old, who's in here because of his coverage and pedigree and doesn't tackle, doesn't cover anybody, doesn't give any effort. 34 years old, always injured at halftime. I mean, this draft class is looking to be a total disaster. Caleb Johnson is a nobody. Derek Harmon has one good game, and then he's absolutely terrible the next. Jack Sawyer, does he even play other than special teams?
He had 2 defensive snaps last week.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Dante Kennel never touched the field. Carson Bruner is an okay fucking, but whatever. You didn't need another inside linebacker. You were better off taking a corner or a receiver. Brother. I mean, even we're 8 games through the season, and that 2023 class looks terrible too, Trent. JPJ fucking sucks. Keanu Benton's been the same exact player for 3 years and no development whatsoever. Darnell Washington's probably not going to get a second contract because it's a cute gimmick, but he can't move. Like, I get it.
No, but he is the best blocking tight end in the NFL.
He's 300 pounds. He can block somebody, but he can't really move. He's kind of a fucking offensive lineman who plays tight end and wears number 80.
Yeah,
Are you gonna have him? You gonna have him fill in for Broderick
doesn't.
Jones after Broderick Jones doesn't get a second contract? The guy who we traded up for and doesn't have any technique as good as he did in high school. I mean, even that 23 class is looking to be a disaster. I mean, before we know it, we're in 2026, week 8, having the same conversation about the 2024 class that looks like shit. I mean, guys, we're in a brutal spot. I mean, I know this is just bringing it out of me because the Packers beat us and the Bengals game was terrible, and I haven't really gotten to spew my opinions for about 3 weeks now. But, dude, it looks really, really bad, and I don't have anything else to say other than blow it up and kill them all. What did Bane say? Bane in The Dark Knight Rises? Give me a quote of his. Somebody in the comments give me a quote of his that just is along lines of, like, kill everybody until you can't kill or something. I don't know. Like, something. Like, I don't know. And Derek Bell said it perfectly, Trent. It's like, why do you and I want it more than they do?
That's a problem.
I mean,
it's a huge problem. To me, that's where I think the coaching side of it comes in. I don't. Everybody's and Slay's a whole different ballgame. So take him out of this conversation. But like, you don't think Jalen Ramsey's giving effort and playing the best he can play in the spots he's being placed into?
No, he gives great.
He's giving effort. I mean, Queen had a horrible game, but it wasn't due to a lack of effort. Horrible game last game. Peyton Wilson was playing his ass off all game long. Like, this coaching staff is putting them at no. I'm telling you, I went through the whole freaking game of the All-22 yesterday before we went on our show last night at 7. And I have never seen so many easy pitch and catches. Jordan Love he's a top 7 quarterback in the NFL right now. But it didn't matter if you were top 7 quarterback. You could have brought in almost any quarterback who's a starter in this league, and they would have lit this defense up the same way Jordan Love did, because the guys are running wide open. I mean, there's no threat of an interception. There's no threat of a freaking broken up ball. I mean, if I saw that team just fucking chuck one out to the flat to Tucker Kraft and let him run for 25 yards one more time throughout that game, I was going to lose my fucking mind. I turned it off before the game was even over. I quit watching. It was an embarrassment. So I think the way that the game plan is being called is just fucking embarrassing at this point. I mean, it is embarrassing, and everybody is rallying around Mike Tomlin from the reporter side is rallying around Tomlin right now. And oh no, it's not his defense. It's Austin's bull fucking shit. It's the same thing we've seen whether it was Austin or anyone else before him. It's the same fucking Mike Tomlin defense that's been since day one. They fucked up when they didn't keep Brian Flores as defensive coordinator and let that dude have free goddamn reign to anything he wanted to do. So, I don't know, man. Do you have anything else to add before we wrap this thing up?
If we get boat raced by Indy, I think we have to have a serious conversation about everybody.
Oh,
everybody.
I'm guaranteeing we get boat raced by Indy. They're going to smoke us.
Oh,
I posted on X that there's a legit shot we get beat by 40. And I'm not joking. I'm pretty serious. I'm not even exaggerating. There is a real shot we get smoked by 40 in that game. So that team's for real.
Well, that's about it. I mean, I got nothing. I think I've said everything I've needed to say. I'm, obviously very frustrated. I don't even think frustrated is a good enough word. I guess that's for lack of a better term. I'm frustrated.
All right. I think Colin just lost service again. So we are going to wrap this thing up for tonight. The chat, you guys were on fire. I really appreciate everything that you guys were throwing out there for us. It was a lot of fun to talk about. Not fun might be the wrong word. A little bit miserable to talk about, but we appreciate you nonetheless. Well, I would like to say Tomlin, but I don't think that's going to be the case. But appreciate you guys staying in here with us. As always, like, share, subscribe. We will be back every Tuesday at 8 p.m. moving forward. Until next time, thank you. Have a great day.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.